This is the all-new Community Connection. I'm your host, Jade Harrell, keeping you connected to our community. Are you free to be yourself? That is the question that Mask, the trilogy, the movie, the series asks of each one of us. I am joined today by filmmaker, speaker, life coach, actor, comedy waiter, MC, game show host, stage show host, and stilt walker on top of things. But the creation of this film is what we are excited to share about today. I'm joined by Jeff Koziatek,
Hi.
Who is a dear friend who makes me very happy every time I talk to him.
Thanks, Jade.
Jeff, let's talk about The Mask, the trilogy. Mm-hmm.
So, Mask, the Trilogy is a short film series that's all about forgiveness and redemption. It's essentially about our response to pain. Somebody once said that there's three types of people in the world, right? There's a type of person that's suffering right now, type of person that just got out of suffering, and the person's about to go into some suffering.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
We can't escape
that
there is suffering in this world. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So it's not a matter of if it will happen to me, it's a matter of when it happens. And then when it happens, how do we respond? Mm-hmm. Because you can't always choose what happens to you, but you can always choose how you respond to what happens.
Exactly.
So this is really about that, how we respond to pain, and not only externally, but internally as well.
All right. So how does that come into play with the idea of a mask? And I love what I've discovered so far, but paint the picture for us. So
Mask has got 3 parts. There's no dialogue, so everything is just done
It's a
visually. Silent movie, yeah. And that way, you can reach across language boundaries. So,
Sure.
like, the film's been shown on at least 3 different continents already, which I'm really excited about.
Isn't that great? Yeah.
Yeah, right? So the masks symbolize what we're feeling. Mm-hmm. So in part 1, you have sad masks and happy masks. And the sad mask essentially represents pain. Mm-hmm. And the happy mask represents
the covered pain.
the covered pain, right? And so part 1 is called denial, and that's essentially how some people react to pain. We're just going to deny it's there, it doesn't exist, I just have to suck it up. At least I don't have it as bad as those people. And so they start belittling their own stuff, and they end up covering that with a happy mask.
Sure we do.
So it doesn't really deal with the issue, it just pushes that down.
Oh, man, that's so true.
But it still affects all our choices, right? Mm-hmm. So this past summer, Mask Part 1, Denial, just won a Silver Crown Award in the Best Short Film category at the ICVM Film Awards.
Nice. Very well done.
We're thrilled. So then in Part 2, we talk about where we go if you don't feel comfortable being yourself, right? So if you don't deny that it's there, the opposite is to identify by it, right? And say, I am my mistakes.
I associate with that. Yeah.
I am what's happened to me, and you become this victim.
Yeah.
And then we talk about the bondage that can lead to. And that's represented by masks that grow from a full face mask to a full head mask to a full body costume to a point where there is no separation between the person and their environment. Mm-hmm. It just literally locks them up.
And the mask they wear.
So, you see that all the time. Either you pretend like it's not there, or you say, yeah, this is who I am. Mm-hmm. I'm the person that got laid off. I'm the person that got raped. I'm the person that can't stop eating. I'm the person that has a drinking problem. You know what I mean?
I do.
So Mask throws out a third option with Part 3, which we just shot last month. We're currently editing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, this is a road of true passion and work from your heart. It's not easy.
No, but it's been great.
I'm sure.
I'm sure. Yeah, let me come back to that. Okay.
So Part 3.
So Part 3 throws out a third possible response for pain, and that is to forgive, to accept that it's there, but not take it on as an identity, and then respond to that with love, forgiveness, and redemption. And it throws out the possibility of looking at something and saying, hey, this is, or like looking at a mistake and saying the mistake is what it is. It's not who I am.
That's right.
And separating those two and being able to let go of the poison of that anger and of that hatred and of that victimization and experience freedom. So it's called freedom.
It's called freedom. That's original.
Well, I was trying to keep it simple.
It's very poignant. Exactly. Very simple.
Right?
Keeping it simple. Now, it sounds like we could draw a lesson from each of these individually.
Yeah.
But all encompassing if we take in all three.
If you take in all three, I've been doing, as an entertainer, I've been doing about 300 shows every year for the last 10 years.
Good golly.
And I've seen a lot, and I perform for a wide variety of people. Mm-hmm. And the biggest problem that I've noticed is a lack of self-worth, right? Like if you don't feel that you have value in and of yourself as a human being, then you're going to go some pretty dark places. And that leads to health issues, that leads to finance issues, relationship issues, all kinds of crazy stuff. And it all comes from a lack of self-worth. Mm-hmm. And so I think with Mask, what I'm trying to show is that we have value as a human being. Everybody has value. Mm-hmm. Everybody. Your pain should not determine your personal value.
Sure.
What happens to you should not determine your personal value. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're all going to go down different roads. I love what Viktor Frankl talked about in his book, Man's Search for Meaning. I mean, it's pretty graphic, but he defines or compares pain to gas in the gas chambers back in World War II. Wow. And he says, you put a little bit of gas in a gas chamber or a lot of gas in the gas chamber. It doesn't matter how much, it fills the room completely and evenly. And he relates that to pain, saying it doesn't matter how much pain you put on a person, it fills that person completely.
Sure.
And so I think if we look at pain like that and realize that it's not about comparing my pain to your pain, we just say, hey, I'm hurting, you're hurting, but we can walk through this together. I don't have to judge where you're at. You don't have to judge where I'm at. I don't have to judge where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like you came to this personally, a realization, and are now able to share and help other people with it.
It's been a long road. I'm still on that road, Jane.
Right,
I'm still
right.
on the road.
Which may be even part of it too, that it is ongoing. You know, it is it's a lifelong journey. But what would be your hope and your ultimate desire for this film series to do for another human being?
I'm hoping that people can just have some compassion for themselves and have compassion for other people. I really want to drive people towards forgiveness, especially now. Because
why now?
Because everybody makes mistakes, and we will always make mistakes. Even our best intentions can end up really messed up. Mm-hmm. And if we hold people, if we define other people by what they do and their mistakes, then all of a sudden we're not seeing people as human beings. Now we're seeing people as obstacles and things that get in our way, or things that we have to move aside to get what we want. And if we can shed that perspective and look at it as, I'm a human, sometimes I do good stuff, sometimes I don't do good stuff, sometimes I make mistakes, and you're a human with the same thing, then all of a sudden we've got a common ground. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, we can have a relationship, we can have a dialogue, and we can grow together.
Why does that matter to you? Some are fine and content with the way things are. Why is that very important? The forgiveness, the working together, the compassion for one another. Why is that important?
For me, that comes out of my personal faith. As I as a follower of Christ, he's given me two commands: to love him and to love my neighbor. And everybody's my neighbor. And so if I can do something that fits into those two categories, that's what I feel I'm supposed to do. Mm-hmm. And so the Mask film, I believe, speaks to that, because it's about helping each other, because we're all in this together. I mean, I might live over here and you might live over there, but that doesn't mean that we are not connected.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We are very connected. Well, connect us to how we can see, experience, and take part in this awesome film series.
Yeah. So you can go to the website, maskthetrilogy.com. You can watch part 1 and 2 right there for free. That's the other thing. When the films are all done, they'll all be online for free to watch in their entirety.
Get out of here. Who goes through all that work?
It's about the message, right? It's about coming together, right?
Yes.
So you can go to the website. You can watch there. There's a link to the Facebook page. On the Facebook page, there's a bunch of behind-the-scenes photos.
It's a lot of fun.
You can find some behind-the-scenes videos that were shot. When Mask 3 is finished, I'm hoping in February of 2016, that'll go up on the website also. And we're still raising funds to shoot the film that we shot last month.
Yes.
Which is crazy because the money is still coming in. We're on GoFundMe at gofundme.com/mask3. There's also a link on the website.
Excellent.
This has led me to the next film. So when the Mask series is finished, right now I have an online survey, an anonymous survey about fear. And so we're asking people what they're most afraid of, why, and what would they do more of if they feared less.
Let me ask you those questions. What do you fear? Those are great questions. I want to ask myself, but since I'm the interviewer, I'm going to put that on you.
Right.
Let
me come back to that, okay? Because I've been doing the interview with a bunch of other people, and it's been fascinating to watch people respond when their face is attached to their answers.
Wow.
And so I thought, well, let's create an anonymous survey.
Go. That makes sense.
So people can be open and real and honest with what's really going on in their heart.
Completely different.
And then I'm going to take all the answers and I'm going to have actors read them to the camera, and we'll consolidate it into like a 1 to 2 minute video.
Beautiful.
And get that out and try to help people work through that. And then if people have questions or they want to go further, I can always help them out as a life coach, or we can direct them here or there. So that's the next.
That is
next
super
project.
cool. Both projects are very exciting. But
Thanks.
To take apart and ask yourself and look at the question, am I free to be myself? This is a great way to examine that. Go to maskthetrilogy.com for more information. Now, Jeff, you're talented in many ways, and there's many ways to enjoy you and your talents.
You're very nice.
Tell folks how they can keep up with you and what you're doing.
So I work as a speaker, life coach, and entertainer. If you want to check out the entertainment stuff, I'm at JugglingJeffSTL.com.
All right.
You have to hold on to your roots, right? But you can go there. I've got a monthly newsletter that goes out. You can sign up, JugglingJeffSTL.com/news. I'm on Facebook there. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. And then the speaking and the life coaching are all up at CoreAuthenticity.com. Because it's about being authentic
to your core. Yes, Jeff, yes. What is your greatest area of contribution, do you feel, to this world?
What?
Hey, I had to slap one on you, too.
That's deep. You could have given me a heads up. We've talked about this coming.
Yep.
I'm hoping that it's love. We were just talking about this with another guy because a lot of people like to talk about leaving a legacy. Oh, I'm going to build this and it's going to be amazing.
And it'll last.
Or I want to
infinitum.
Yeah, and I think it's just my job to love on people.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's it.
Yeah, and you do a good job of it. We love you, Jeff.
Love you.
JugglingJeffSTL.com, JugglingJeffSTL.com, and of course the movie MaskTheTrilogy.com. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for this week. If you have questions or comments or have something you'd like to include in the community calendar, you can leave a message on our message box at 314-333-8369, 314-333-8369. And for more information about our show or any of our guests, you can visit us online and listen to the podcasts at Spreaker.com. That's SPREAKER.com. And search Community Connection with Jade Harrell. You all be blessed, do blessed, and take care.